Hi guys, welcome back to another timeless reading. We're filming this on the 11/11 portal, Sunday, January 11th, 2026. So immediately the first card I got here was the Six of Wands, Victor wearing the wreath. Every time you sit there and put your energy into anything, you sit there and you want to see yourself prosper, you know what you want to do. You know what you have to do. You're not afraid to sit there and fight for what you believe in, but it's like, as long as you're doing purity of heart, you're not doing it to harm anyone else. Being the bigger person here is also transformative because it's just like, yeah, F around and find out, but it's just like, I'll just put myself in these shoes that it affects others. So it affects my kids. And if you know what I mean, Sunny is, I consider one of my kids, our dog. So the Empress, rebirth in our life. And it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like we've grown. And it's like, that mantra I just posted the video for, it's like every time they speak on your name, you gain wealth in some sort of way. And wealth could be seen in all different forms. But it's just like, especially when you're in a petty environment, you know what I mean? It's like what they think is important to you isn't. They have no idea who you are. They assume that they know, but they don't know, right? And this is what I mean. It's like this rebirth in your life. And both of these individuals are seated. It's like, be patient as these things unfold. You know what I mean? It's like we also have to be patient, even though society puts this big kind of hamster wheel that we're running on and tells us we have to have it all figured out and we have to have this done and this done and this done at these timelines, or you're nothing, or you know what I mean? Yeah. This is exactly what I'm warning you about. These people rushing into your life thinking they know you. I don't feel like this is a part of this spread, so I feel like it is, but I don't feel like this is of your essence. I feel like this is more of the situation. Well, okay, we'll put it here. I feel like it should be on the side. I feel like this is more of your essence because we know what holds true to us. We know what fills our 10 cups. Unconditional love, family, home life. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes your heart sing. You know what I mean? Your passion. It's like, you know what I mean? Maybe this is theirs and that's fine. They're of this earth. You know what I mean? They're of earthly things. You're not of earthly things. And this is what, an end. So there's an ending coming to this. We know who people are that sit there and rush into our lives and have no place there. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, you're grown. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to pause this because I know I'm going to drop it. 1 second. I didn't drop it, but last time I sat there and I was they're like, arrogantly. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it arrogantly. It's just, sometimes you sit there and it's like you start the video and it's like everything's in frame and then you start pulling the bottom cards and it's like, I want whoever comes across this wants to come back and see what the cards are. They're able to see them. It's bringing in balance. You're bringing your life into balance instead of not being we keep talking about the sure-footed like a deer, and I feel like instead of allowing situations like this Nine of Swords rushing into our life, and it's like they're not making decisions the way that you do. Yeah, sometimes I do things very sporadically. Like I was gonna do something today, but I'm like, there's a snowstorm outside. It's gonna make the house messy. I'm like, you know what? And I'm like, I'll wait. Let's be patient and wait. So I'm gonna do that. It's like I've been very good with everything. It's like, let's just be patient and wait. Let the whole thing unfold. We'll go from there. So being patient, you know what I mean? But it's also like, what makes sense to you? What pentacle makes sense to you? The yin and the yang of it. What path do you take? Like they're showing the indecision card. Do we sit there and, you know what I mean, take our hoops off and smack down, throw down? Or do we act professionally, just like, meh, do you matter in my everyday life? No. So, funny if I see like an eye right here, if you could see it. So this is like the outside of it, and this is the pupil. Does not look like an eye. I got my eye on you. Queen of Cups. And it's like, because you fill other people's cups, and I feel like you will continue to do that, but don't exhaust yourself. You know what I mean? Don't exhaust yourself in this situation. Don't exhaust they're like, you used to fill this person's cup. That's the thing. It's like they're so back and forth with their, like, you know what I mean? One day everything's good. The next day it's like, the nails are out like a cat. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's like, go play those games with someone else. You know what I mean? It's like, The Fool. This is a brand new beginning. And this is what I mean. It's like not wasting our energy on this. This is what I was saying. I didn't want this a part of this because this is outside energy. You know what I mean? So we're going to follow our instinct there. So we'll put the World card because it's coming to an end. This is coming to an end because you have a brand new, well, I guess this would go here, this would go in the middle. We know what's important. You know what I mean? It's like not an indecision where it's like, you know, you're unsure of. Like the yin and the yang is like balancing things in life, but I feel like when they're showing the indecision card from the energy oracle cards, it looks like Red Riding Hood in the forest. It looks like a dark, spooky forest, like from Snow White, and it's like or from Beauty and the Beast would be a better depiction. Both are the same, but it's just like making the decision what road to. Oh no, they're showing me. What was her horse's name? Fergali or something like that. Falid. Falid wants to go on the nice path, and she's like, no, let's go on the other one where you hear the wolves howling and everything, right? So, you know what I mean? Falid could be like her intuition or her father's intuition. Like, her father's intuition would have thrown her in the basement and locked the door. But I feel like this is what they're saying here with this Two of Pentacles here. It's like making a choice here. And it's like, you know what I mean? It's like January is it's the 13th month, the way that I feel. It's like, you know, void, of course, wrapping things up. So, like, you know, people are starting to take down their tree. We're almost in the middle of the month here. So it's like, how do we decide to carry ourselves forward? And I feel like it's like, how do we want this year to look like too? Like what we do, how we unfold things. And it's just like, yeah, maybe I would have engaged and went back and forth and blah, 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 and acted a certain way like a fool. But it's like, no, you know what I mean? It's like, I tried to sit there and like they showed, fill your cup. You know what I mean? Make things easier for you because all you do is complain and cry about it. And it's just like, no, not anymore. It's like, there's our 1111 right there. I didn't notice that until I believe a healer pointed it out. 1111 right there with the 4 wands. It's like, that's where we pour our energy into. This is like getting ready for vacation, coming home for vacation, buying a new home, celebration. So we got the Year of the Tree celebration. I believe it's the 2nd of February is the next high holiday coming up, you know. But, you know, some people celebrate Valentine's Day. I find like my crowd, people that I like, you know, the ones that are like parents, you know what I mean? That we have the same mindset that I really vibed with. It's like, I love seeing that because I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm like, Valentine's Day is not just about lovers. You know what I mean? It's about love, period. Unconditional love. What do we have? The 10 of Cups. Like, that's your essence. That's what I'm saying. It's like, don't let people knock you off your horse over pettiness. You know what I mean? This is the year about growth, expansion, the year of the horse. We are doing forward action. You know what I mean? We're doing purposeful action. So we're not going to waste our time and energy. And this is the thing you got to say to yourself. Is this worth me exuding my energy? Yeah, you're going to feel some sort of way. You know what I mean? But once you feel what you're feeling and it's like, it's done, it's out, let's go. You know what I mean? We're not wasting our energy with pettiness. You know? With these fools that are like, you know, I'm in charge. Kind of showing up. Not brave. What was that movie called? Oh my gosh, with Mel Gibson. Everybody always refers to it. My God, I've seen that movie so many times I can't think of it. All I see is the word brave in cursive, but I know it's not called brave. But that's what I mean. You know what I mean? It's like, you come from a place of love. You know what you want to accomplish. That's the thing. It's like your goals are bigger than, you know what I mean, this pettiness. And it's like, here we go. It's like, you know, listening to what Spirit has to guide you. Listening, being open to your dreams, being open to signs, symbols. You know what I mean? It's just like this time of year, like we just got out of the ice storm that we had here. We had no power for 18 hours. That was exhausting. Like, my back is still pinging from it. So now we got another winter storm here, but it's going to cover the sheet of ice that's on the driveway. We warmed up, and I'm like, it defrosted the house, but now the driveway's an ice rink again. But they're saying, like, this 4 of Swords energy. You know what I mean? Like, I know with myself, it's, yeah, 4 of Swords, but it's like not exuding ourselves so much, because it's like when we would garden, it's like every single day you're outside watering the garden, feeding the flowers, de-weeding, you know what I mean, tending to the outside and stuff like that. Whereas with the winter, you know, we're lucky enough now that it's like, you know, once a week, if that. So, and I just, the thing is, I'm like, you know, because I like to keep the driveway looking a certain way and stuff like that. But I was just like, oh, I'll just make it wider and stuff like that so people can properly get in and out and not have to worry, you know what I mean? So I sat there and I fixed it all up, and I was like, it was slushy, like I said, because we went through the warm up there. And I was like, you know, my mom was driving in and out, and it's like leaving the tire tracks, but it's all slushy. And I'm like, let me clean that up, clean up the slush. So that way, because we were going to a freeze that night, and it's like, we don't want to sit there and have everything frozen like that. So I was just like, let me just clean that up, and, you know, it looks better, you know, and then you wake up the next day, it's like this big sheet of ice. It's like, oh, yay. Like, that made a difference. Death card and exactly what it is. Purging people, places, things. And this is the thing. It's like, we're not, I feel like when you grow up a certain way and you have certain people and, you know what I mean? You like being around people, like you're a social butterfly. It's like, it's hard to let go of people because, you know, you like to be in social circles and stuff like that. So, you know, the death card doesn't really play when you get old, when you know, your teens and stuff like that, your early 20s. But then it's like you start working full time and stuff like that. It's like your life evolves into what's more important. So the death card is not so easily not manipulated. I feel like to come in your energy. It's not so welcomed, you know? But as we get older, it's like we value our peace. And it's like, you know, you're easily like, you know what? This doesn't resonate with me. Done. You know, people, places, things that no longer resonate with us. It's like you have no space. And that's what it's like. I tell my kids, put your energy into things that matter. Put your energy into things that don't upset you. Put it into things that make you happy. I understand on an intellectual level, you know what I mean? It's just like, that's what your interests, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, put it into things. Put it into people, places, and things that matter, you know? Where you go. Justice. There we go again with the 1-1. It's the 11th today. And it's like bringing back balance, bringing back peace. Like the 2 of Pentacles there. But I feel like that was more of a decision. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you got to sit there and be your own parent. You got to, you know, to your inner self. It's like your inner child. I don't feel like you're acting like a child. It's just like, you know, here we go. Calling on our higher essence. Like I said in that video, every time they speak on my name, my blessings multiply. They gossip, I glow. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, because you've grown and you put in your energy, like with myself, it's like putting into the healing arts. And it's just like, exactly, like you want to sit there and gossip and benefit me, go right ahead. You know what I mean? It's like, let them gossip. It benefits me more and more. Wanted to pull it back more. So here we go with wands again. There's 11 there. So, you know, it's the first of the month, the 11th day. And this is what I was mentioning last night, 3 of Wands, where it's like the universe has your back. Your ship is about to come in. This is what I'm saying. It's like, why are we wasting our energy on stupidness? You know, one more card. Yeah. It's like, instead of worrying about nonsense, you have nothing to worry about. That's what I'm saying. It's just like last night when I was posting for I believe it was for the daily card. Before I went to sleep, it was just like sitting there, and it's just exactly like that. That's exactly what I saw. Ever since they pointed that out, I was like, damn, you don't realize how much those wands actually play, like, you know, when we have repetitive numbers. And it was like the 3 of Wands, and it's like the universe has your back, and it's just like, you know, your ship is about to come in. So this is what I mean. Blessings, big and small. So it's just like, do you really want to exhaust yourself? You know, you sit there and you wake up and you're like, why am I so exhausted? Because we're giving our energy into things that don't deserve it. So, like they were saying, get your rest and rejuvenation with the 4 of Swords, you know, recover. And that's the thing. It's like, you know, let this fall out of your life. Because this isn't anything worth fighting for. Like they said, their energy is so scattered and so petty. It's like they're rushing in, not even thinking about how it could negatively impact them. You know what I mean? But it's like, nope. I'm just going to cut that off. I'm going to rest and rejuvenate, recuperate my energy, and put it into, you know what I mean? It's like, it's for us, it's wintertime. It's like, this is a time to go inside, and it's like doing those deep cleanings, you know, those projects, like obviously in the summertime, nobody want to be, doing any major projects in the heat. So it's just like, what can I put that energy, reinvest that energy into your home? You know what I mean? When they're showing like the Four of Pentacles, it's like, grounding energy into our home, So it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, sit there and it's like, do those deep cleans or whatever that resonates with yourself, something that's been on your list. And it's like, let's do that. Let's put our energy into that. Let's not waste it, because you are the victor wearing the wreath. This is all about forward movement, but in a peaceful way. Doing it because you love unconditional love and you're the Empress. It's like, this is a rebirth in your life. Why are we going to sit there and be petty? Why are we going to sit there and waste our energy? It's like, as you get older, it's like you realize where you want to invest your energy, where you want to invest your time and your love. It's like, we don't got time for all that, Do I want to sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have gotten into all those fights and this and that? And it's like, this is not being arrogant or anything like that. This is just saying, you know what? I got other things to do. Like, instead of wasting my energy worrying about this or back and forth and being unprofessional and all this, it's like, you know what? Have at it. Bye. Because they are scattered. They're not worth it. They're not even thinking. They're coming in, manipulating the energy. They don't care how it affects anyone else. They're just, having a tantrum is what they're showing. Literally showing a toddler on the floor, kicking their, sitting on the floor, flailing their feet and crying. It's like, leave them in that energy. How do you sit there and get people to stop doing that? You stop feeding that energy. You stop reacting to them. Once you ignore them, they're probably just tired. They probably got a lot going on in their life. And they let it spill over everywhere else. So it's like, Osalu, I wish you all the best. Peace and harmony and love. Transmute the energy and turn it into something beautiful. So transmute that energy and take it out on something in the house that you want to clean. Transform your space. Those projects you wanted to do, like, if it really keeps pulling at your heartstrings and you want to do it, let's sit there and do that. Maybe it looks like you're redoing your dining room. Maybe it looks like you're going to paint it. You're just like, I want to break up the colors or something like that. So I feel like you'll go back to the same color you already have it at. So be mindful of that. It's like, do you really want to sit there and hurt your poor back and paint it? And it's like, it looks like you want to go to like a bright, like, yellow for some reason, and you paint it and then the sun shines on the room and you're just like, oh, let's go back to something else. Or you go to a lighter, more paler yellow, where it's like, it comes in and it kind of accents the yellow, but it's not so much where it's blinding. It looks like a mustard bottle went off in your kitchen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this timeless reading. Make sure you do your 1111 portal, candle, magic, whatever you do, whatever resonates with you, and may the universe bless you good. We'll see you for the next one.